This is the 18 WJTS News. I'm Charlotte Olson. Thursday afternoon, Jasper police arrested a man after he allegedly passed out behind the wheel, which caused an accident. Jasper Police Department officers were dispatched to the intersection of 8th and Newton at 1 p.m. on Thursday in reference to a motor vehicle crash. Upon arriving, officers found a 2002 Oldsmobile Alero on the sidewalk against a light pole in the German-American Bank parking lot. They identified the driver as 24-year-old Darren DuPont of Jasper. Witnesses of the scene reported that the Alero was headed east on 8th Street and did not stop for the intersection with Newton Street. It then proceeded through the intersection across 4 lanes of traffic at a slow rate of speed. Witnesses on scene advised that the driver appeared to be passed out behind the wheel of his vehicle. When officers did arrive, DuPont was conscious and he was also alert, and he consented to a search of his vehicle and also consented to subsequently a can of compressed air being found located under the driver's seat. The can was still cold from being recently discharged, and DuPont admitted to huffing just prior to the crash. He was taken into custody and lodged at the DuBois County Security Center under charges of OWI and inhaling toxic vapors. He was also cited for driving while suspended. There was very minimal damages as a result of this crash. A Birdseye man escaped injury Thursday morning after the semi that he was driving, loaded with hogs, rolled over onto its side while turning into an entrance off of State Road 64 east of Huntingburg. Just before 7:30 a.m. on Thursday morning, deputies with the DuBois County Sheriff's Department say that 53-year-old Leonard Gogol of Birdseye was traveling west along Highway 64 in a 2008 Kenworth semi-tractor with a full trailer of hogs headed for the Wilson Hog Market. Deputies say that as Gogol turned north off of 64 into the drive, the semi-trailer tires went off the gravel area of the road and into some soft grass. They say the trailer turned onto its side and then came to rest. Gogol was not injured in the incident and no charges were filed. The rig, however, sustained $25,000 in damage, and deputies were assisted at the scene by the Indiana State Police and also by the Huntingburg Fire Department. Times are a-changin', or so they say. This weekend marks the end of daylight savings times as Hoosiers will be gaining an extra hour of sleep this coming Sunday. On November 5th, Indiana residents will be turning their clocks back 1 hour before hitting the hay. At 2 a.m. on Sunday, daylight savings time ends the switch and will push sunrise and sunset back an hour. This means that there will be more light in the morning with darkness coming in the late afternoon. On Sunday, sunset will be around 4:50 p.m. Central Time, and the switch will push sunrise and sunset back an hour, which gives us more light. However, as the time will be switching at 4:50 Central Time, changing the clock at the end of the daylight saving time on Sunday, November the 5th, is an ideal time for Hoosiers to change the batteries in their smoke alarms as well. Working smoke alarms are credited with helping a family get out of their burning home safely in a recent near total loss residence fire in Fishers. The fire began around 3 a.m., making the smoke alarms crucial to the escape of the sleeping family. Indiana State Fire Marshal Jim Greason is advising all Indiana residents to have at least one working smoke alarm within their residence. Ideally, smoke alarms should be located outside of each sleeping area. There should also be at least one smoke alarm on every floor, and smoke alarms are relatively inexpensive, and many fire stations and organizations maintain programs that offer free smoke alarms, especially to low-income families and individuals, senior citizens, and even those who need extra help and time to excavate their home in danger. Here are some more smoke alarm tips to consider. Test all smoke alarms every month to ensure that they are working properly. Consider smoke alarms with lithium-powered batteries for longer life. These types of alarms may not require a battery change for the life of the unit. Regular batteries should be changed at least once a year, preferably twice. Replace any smoke alarms that are more than 10 years old, and sensors do begin to lose their efficiency, so make sure you check the lifespan. Remove any dust from the front of the smoke alarm, and craft a family escape plan and practice it at least every 6 months within your home so you know how to get out. Plans should include at least 2 different ways for exiting for each family member and how to get out of the house in various areas. Designate a special place outside of the home where family members are to meet after they escape a fire. Daylight saving times ends at 2 a.m. on Sunday, November the 5th, and when our clocks fall back 1 hour. And for more preparedness on fire safety, visit getprepared.in.gov. 3 of DuBois County's 4 high school marching bands will be making a bid for a state championship this weekend. The Jasper Marching Wildcats, the Marching Rangers of Forest Park, and Southridge Marching Raiders will be competing for a title in the Indiana State School Music Association Open Class in the state finals competition. That's happening on Saturday at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. All 3 schools will be making their second straight trip to Indy tomorrow, and the Marching Rangers are set to take the Lucas Oil Turf at 10:13 a.m. in Class D. Southridge will follow at 10:39 a.m., and Forest Park finished second in their class last season behind Springs Valley High School. While the Marching Raiders grabbed 10th place, the Marching Wildcats will compete at 2:25 p.m. in Class B. Last year, Jasper picked up a third-place finish in Class B behind runner-up Greenfield Central High School and state champion Northview. Jasper took part in semi-state competition at Indianapolis Pike High School last Saturday, while Southridge and Forest Park competed in the semi-state level at Franklin Community High School. Best of luck to all 3 of our county high school marching bands this weekend. And make sure you keep it right here, because up next we're going to take a look at your weather summary.